I changed, but everything stayed the same, and these 10 days seemed like a 1 month. Separated from man and woman for 10 days. It is 100 hours of meditation. Not because like it was hell, a very deep dive journey. Go away from this daily rush and had this real clock because you couldn't use phones. I've never seen something so generous and thought that keeps just following you. Being even toxic, that trend is insane. Oh my god. 2 hours meditations stopped, like ended, and now 8 more to go, and you're like, how? You need to sit with straight back and connect the spiritual truths with material world. There's no point in attaching to certain things. For the first time in my life, I lived 10 days like a monk. 10 days of isolation from my usual life. I had no phone, no opportunity to communicate with someone. I meditated daily for 10 hours and just ate what was given. In this video, I will share what was this experience, what are the effects, and whether you also maybe need to do something in your life as well. My name is Samantha. On daily basis, I'm a bachata dance teacher and creating different events and self-development programs. I'm into self-development and spirituality since I was like 15 years old, which is already almost 9 years. And I'm always seeking ways how to deepen my practice because this is what truly gives me meaning in life and an understanding who I am and what I want to do in life and where I'm going. That's why when I feel like I'm losing track of where I'm going in life and my daily routine becomes so automatic, I'm just doing without even understanding if I'm working towards the right direction, what I truly want. Because if you work with a lot of people like I do, you're all the time in different energies, you talk with that people, you help them, you empathize, and it's harder for you to hear really yourself. And the more different impressions, excitements, emotions on daily basis you get, no matter good or bad emotions, you get a bit less clean energetically. Your energetic field becomes more separated and not whole. That's why with all the practices that I do, I always try to clean up energetic field, clean up my thoughts, and have this state where I'm truly feeling myself, and with all of my heart I can say I want this, that, and go that path. And I know for me some of the most transformational moments in my life where when I was, like in tarot there is a card Hermit that represents a person that just goes away from everyone else to stay with themselves, to reflect, to hear themselves. And such experience is when I'm alone with myself, and even more if I'm getting some wisdom from masters, teachers, not because there's someone that can give me answers, but they can facilitate me going deeper into my own being. These have been some of the most transformational experiences, and that is why I was looking for some kind of experience like that, where I could just go away from this daily rush and all the time things happening, and there's no escape from your to-do list, and at one point you can just start to get burned out even from the things that you love doing. And so this was my case. I love my life, I love what I do, I earn with what I love doing, and I'm generally a very positive person, but I'm positive because I'm all the time like keeping my cup full and being there for myself. That is how I also have people around me that do similar things that I do, work on themselves, and I've heard from some of them about Vipassana. At first I heard it from just someone on the internet, then I started hearing it from real people I saw in my life, and how that has been also one of the most transformational experiences. And ultimately my boyfriend has been to Vipassana, and when you kind of feel like that super close people go through that, that experience starts calling you, and that's what I felt for Vipassana. I just felt like I need to go there because it's just in my information field. This is, I feel like, what I need now, just to isolate myself. I knew that it will be a challenge. I knew that it will be something I never done. But in my experience, everywhere where you do something out of your comfort zone, you challenge yourself, especially when it's about staying with yourself and being with your own thoughts and emotions. It cannot be bad. It cannot be bad. So Vipassana is a 10-day meditation course that has been there already for 2,500 years, which was firstly created by Buddha, who basically enhanced the basic meditation practice by adding some nuances and elements that is meant to eliminate your problems and your misery on the root level, because you not only focus on something outside, but you focus on something that is in your body, that is real, that you can experience, and by experiencing it in your body, you can also eradicate the root of the problem. You clear it out. So basically, if you all the time have some fear, it is not just on a level of your intellect that you fear something. It's actually on a level of your body, because this fear, the minute you fear, for example, your stomach crumbles, you get tension somewhere in your chest. And so every time you did that in your life, you get a footprint sort of in your body, and only when you pay attention by observing that place in your body, you don't even need to know what that tension was about initially. It can be so many things, but by doing that, you're clearing, and the more you clear those blocks, the more you get actually to the root things. So it was very deep practice. But I think not only the technique is very transformational, but the actual setting of this program, 10 days on site, somewhere outside of the city. You live in a place, you're separated from men and women, because both genders, there's a tendency to get distracted. In the same way, during those 10 days, you cannot communicate with all the other participants. Like, I lived in a room with 2 other girls, and we needed, to share bathrooms, to live together, clean the houses without communicating, not by words, not by any gestures, just, accepting that we live, but we cannot talk. So there is a full silence. You don't have phone again for distraction purposes, and you really meditate 10 hours a day. If you do it properly, there are breaks every hour and a half, or every 2 hours. You get food twice a day, full meals, and third time you get just some fruits. And it's all vegetarian. For me, it wasn't a problem since I am vegetarian. And we woke up at 4 a.m. and meditated, and so the whole day was like meditating, which is a practice, and we had only 1 hour lecture. And in the evening, we basically went to sleep around 9 p.m., which is also like super early. What I loved about it, that we were in nature, and I really got to ground myself and connect to the spirit of nature. When you had some breaks or just moments, I sat on the grass. The weather was so good. I really suggest also to go in summer, because you get to experience also this nature connection. I just observed flowers and embrace the moment here and now, that there is no phone. You cannot do anything. Literally, all you can do is just walk. You can eat. You can maybe clean up something, take care of yourself, but in the end, you're just existing. And it was so interesting, like experiencing this life without distractions, and being one-on-one with yourself, and understanding what's happening inside. And Vipassana teaches you to see things the way they are, without not seeing things how you wanted them to be. Like your breath, you're observing your breath. You're not trying to breathe more deeper, or If you feel like this, you just accept that you feel like this. You're not trying to immediately go out of this state. And then you also get to practice it during those breaks when you just see the weather changes and everything changes in your life. And the philosophy is that there's no point in attaching to certain things, to bad weather or amazing weather, because in any case it will change. And the same in real life. If you attach to good moments in your life, you will get worried and miss them and get this misery. If you start reacting to some negative things in your life, you also get miserable because you start reacting to them and worrying, and you get pain. And through this meditation practice, we really on a physical level practice that, not on intellectual. Because on intellectual level, it's very easy to understand, yes, no, don't get attached, everything is easy. And then in real life, you meet a person and you get attached, you start worrying about it. You don't get the salary you expected, you get worried. Or you had an amazing party, amazing experience, and then you start lacking it, and again you worry. And we return to some very simple ancient truths that have never been so understandable to me, this deep. On a surface level it's easy, but we got to experience for 10 days. It is 100 hours of meditation almost, yeah. With some, I doubt that someone can really sit all those hours without a bit procrastinating or not being so focused, which was of course my case. But it's like a very deep dive journey. Even if you meditate at home, you never get to be so focused on yourself, because in 10 minutes you have to-do list and so on and so on. And about me, yeah, I practice meditation for years, and I meditate like at least 10 minutes daily. Sometimes it was more, sometimes less. But sort of I know meditation, I'm not scared of being alone with myself, and it still was a big challenge. You're in that meditation hall and there were sessions where when you cannot go away from that session, you need to sit, and you need to sit with straight back, and sometimes you get angry because you think it's not possible. Other times you get like angry and annoyed because there's certain thought that keeps just following you and you cannot escape it. Other times you just feel calm. You feel like you concentrated all hour and you realize how life is beautiful. So all those 10 days were so different, and it's even hard for me to describe how it was because so many things happened. Even though on a surface level someone would see this experience, you just sat and meditated. But there were so many processes in the head, so many like thoughts to process, that it was huge. These 10 days seemed like a 1 month in my daily life terms. And if in daily life for me time is always not enough, I don't have enough time for this, for that, their time seemed so slow. Like I look at the clock, I had this real clock because you couldn't use phones, and it helped me so much. I looked at it so many times and I just looked, only 10 minutes passed, and you kind of, yeah, you had to be very patient. And in the first days, the days were the longest because, you know, you're not used to this life rhythm, and there was resistance, like how long, oh my god, 2 hours meditations stopped, like ended, and now 8 more to go, and you're like, how? Just today 8 more hours, and then still like 9 more days. And every time I was counting the days, I was, not because like it was hell, I wouldn't say it was hell, but it's just for our human minds, it's hard to not know when it ends. Even if it's the best experience in our lives, we get the anxiety if we don't know when it will end, if we don't know how it will be. And for me, it was sometimes some very heavenly moments when I just realized or got some deep peace inside me, deep love, acceptance. And after 2-3 days, my mind accepted, stopped the resistance, and It was still the same schedule, but now it was like, okay, yeah, we're not meditating, we're not doing that. More like expect something more exciting to happen. This is where you chose to come. This is all for you. The results will be amazing, and you start practicing the philosophy that is taught there when you process the emotions. In that sense, it was easier because you had this technique how to manage your emotions. Even though I think it's a practice that is suitable for many people, but from 50 people that we were there, like slowly, day by day, some people went away, like silently. They were talking to the managers there. Like it was like 5, 6 girls and like 3 guys. And yeah, it at some point felt, like Hunger Games. There are days, every day, some people are falling away, and then you're the one staying. And I didn't have any thought that I will go away. I know it was challenge, but the first days I didn't want to go back to my daily life because it seemed so chaotic, so full of emotions and worries and instability, even though I sort of loved my life, but I just felt all too much, and I was happy to be just alone with myself and relaxing. In the middle, I kind of my perspective started to change, and it all seemed actually it's not as bad. Actually, everything is very nice, and by the end, the last days, I already started missing my daily life, and it's so interesting how I went back to the same reality that where I'm now. I live in Latvia, and I changed, but everything stayed the same, and I'm much more happier. And I just see things clearer because that technique really helped me to purify my mind from all the negativity perceptions that were creating false illusions and misunderstandings and confusions in my mind. And I came back and I understood how much I value certain relationships, what things no longer are for me, what I feel like I'm wasting my time, energy for no reason, where that I don't want more drama, I don't want any gossiping, any complaining, that life is so beautiful as it is, and the key is really in some very simple truth, like being in the moment by feeling your body sensations, and I'm integrating it more and more in my life. And many truths that are not that popular even today, that there is no ego, that serving others is actually serving yourself, and so many things that people don't talk that much these days. There are many conversations about setting boundaries and manifesting and being even toxic. That trend is insane. There are some universal truths that can seem to be not working, and we are trying to be more selfish and getting all for ourselves, but in the end, there is no I, there is no me, there is no us. The people we are, we're just consisting of some small atomic pieces. We don't exist. We are here temporarily. And it's so funny when we try to defend our egos. This is me, this is for me, you should see me in that way. So I got many realizations like this. So to summarize what I expect and what I got, it's very similar. I expected it to be life-changing experience. I got it. I expected I will survive it. I got it. In the end, it's very simple. I feel deep inner peace. I feel the joy of a present moment. I know the things that are important to me, the things that are no more important. I'm less worried. I know that everything will happen for me if I work hard, if I'm in my truth, if I'm honest, if I'm a really good person. I return to some qualities that were always important to me. I want to serve more people. I want to give more value. At the same time, I don't deny the material world. I don't deny money or also different things. I just see that this practice helped me to balance and connect the spiritual truths with material world where we are still physical, right? And I suggest it for anyone who is searching for deepening their practice. If you never meditated, I tried to meditate for some months before you come, just because you never know what to expect, what's in your mind. You sometimes live your life, you think you're happy, and then you are 1 hour in silence, just understanding what you feel, and you see that there is crazy things. Some people who went away, as I understood, they just couldn't bear the emotions. They couldn't use the technique. They were so involved in those negative pains that they couldn't experience the benefits of the practice. So if you are emotionally unstable, if you have some deeper problems in life, depressions and anything like deeper things, consult with someone, with your doctor, with your therapist, if this could be for you. Otherwise, this technique is proven by thousands of people. It's donation based, by the way, what they didn't say, that previous person paid for me and I paid as a donation for the next person in the end. And I think this is so generous. I've never seen something so generous in this life, that for 10 days you can live for free, and only if you want you can pay for someone else. And I also want to help to organize such events. By the way, they're all around the world in different cities, also everywhere. Check their website. I will make a separate video, all more practical information, what to take, what it will be, what it is. So make sure to follow me, subscribe. Here I talk about spirituality, self-development. So yes, thank you so much for watching. Write down what you think about it. Would you like to join? And follow me on Instagram for conscious dance practices and exciting things I'm creating. Thank you. Bye.